Paper and Glam family, and welcome back for part 5 of our memory keeping series. Today we're going to get another week in the books. We are having a very blustery day outside. I don't know if you can tell. It is cold, rainy, perfect day for memory keeping. I just got a pot roast out of the oven. You can see it right there. So let's get to it and get another week of memories in the books.
All right, let's do a quick flip through before we get started, just to kind of refresh all of the memory keeping we have done together so far in this series, just in case you have missed it. So we talked about this planner to get started for the year. And then in the last video, I showed you this new insert that is available in the shop to keep track of anything you need to do on a monthly or yearly basis. Could be bills, to-dos. We went over mine. And then we have the beginning of the planner. We have a yearly overview that I still would like to fill out, maybe at like a quarterly basis. I think I'll go ahead and just fill in like the 3 things I'm most proud of for every month, but you could use this for books you've read, anything like that. So I started my memory keeping in February, and we have done all of these spreads together here in this series. And last week we did something a little bit different. So we're going to be doing a marathon memory keeping routine video this time. So here we have the daily habit trackers, although I use mine for these weekly tasks as well. And these are in the shop. Last video we talked about my little memory board that I like to make every month. And with that, we had another plan with me here, getting into March. And since last week we did planner and journal favorites instead of our usual memory keeping, I am going to be doing maybe 2 or 3 weeks at once, just to kind of get a little caught up. And I've designed this whole method of memory keeping so that you can do a few weeks at a time and just feel like your life is held and remembered, and it doesn't just pass by in a blur. So by complete happenstance, I got the viral Trader Joe's canvas bag. I actually have it right next to me because we were just used it for a little filming backdrop for the April photo shoot for the clubhouse. So I have this in here. I thought this would be super fun as just like a little interactive element. I was thinking I would tie like a ribbon around it. So that is this week. We're in basically the last full week of March. So yeah, we are going to pick up where we left off on March 8th. Okay, so the first thing I always do is apply my box stickers, and that kind of sets the vibe. So this is going to be the 9th through the 15th. So this will be the 16th through the 22nd. So I want to use this St. Patrick's Day sticker here for our St. Patrick's Day moment. And then once I have my box stickers on and kind of like have set the tone for the week and just like what I want to record, then I'll go through and add headers, washi, all the good stuff. Okay, next we had the first day of spring on the 20th. So I'll use this Spring is in the Air sticker. Okay, we're doing 2 weeks at a time here. So I flipped back a week, and on Friday we had the spring home tour go live. So I'm going to use this box sticker to represent the spring home tour. And then I love how these tulips match her little dress. So I think I might use that one on this spread as well. Maybe just on like Saturday, just for funsies, just like down here. And then probably this like live on coffee and flower sticker up top. I know I have a tulip weekend banner I also want to use here. So let's see if we want to pull that out. And if you missed the last few series, I am using the kits from I think 2017 or 18, and I've tried to use this sticker about 3 different times, so it's been picked up and put down a few times. And then I also just have not had time to print and cut more stickers. So we are gonna make do with what we have. That's how all the best creativity begins. So I have date covers that I want to put on. So those are gonna go up here with the headers. So maybe I just put this one down a little bit so it's not gonna compete with the headers that I'm gonna put up top. So we'll just stick this guy here going all the way across. All right, so we kind of have a little bit of a flavor of what stickers we want to use. And then there's some matching headers and washi for this Live on Coffee and Flower sticker. Where is it? So I was trying to figure out which spread I wanted to use that on. We've got lots of flowers here, so maybe we'll fast forward and just use it here or something. And then we'll do the matching washi along the bottom. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, we don't want to make too many executive decisions. So I have St. Patrick's Day headers for this spread. So let's get those going. So those are these guys, and then I want to use the flowers on one of the spreads. So, ooh, do I have enough flowers? Let's see, I might have to mix them in with like plaid. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll have to mix in with plaid. 5, 6, 7. All right, perfect. So for here, we'll do St. Patrick's Day little clovers all the way across the top, and then add date covers. I guess we're not using date covers because I don't have date covers print and cut. We are using date flags. All right, so we've got our headers on, we've got the date flags. So I'm using these date flags. They are sold out in physical, but they are available in digital. And I'm liking how it's coming together so far. So here's the first week, the 9th through the 15th that we're doing. And then here is the 16th through the 22nd for our St. Patrick's Day week. And next I'm going to add some washi. So I'm going to go through and just really simply add the matching washi. I think it's at the front. Here we go. So I'm going to do either these, let's see. So I'm going to do the clovers at the bottom for St. Patrick's week, and then either the little plaid or the flowers. Kind of feeling the plaid. So we'll do plaid. Okay, so the vibes are starting to vibe here. You can see it's starting to get pulled together, starting to feel cohesive, even though we've only just begun having our fun. All right, let's start recording some memories. Okay, so I started recording some memories off camera just for the sake of time. So I'll show you what I recorded. So Monday's my CEO day, as I call it, where I just get all of the just not fun parts of work out of the way. It's my Eat the Frog day. So I spent all day doing my 2025 bookkeeping and accounting, which of course, nothing like doing it the week that it's due, but it got done. Taxes, that is, corporate taxes. So that was Monday. And then Saray here on YouTube, she published a video, and the beginning of it featured a lot of paper and glam stuff, the sticker binders, the seasonal living lists, and then the planner covers too. So those are all in the shop. And that just was so fun to see paper and glam on YouTube. And so I just recorded that. And if you're just joining the memory keeping series, the heart behind it is not that we record every single thing, just that it's 3 memories from every day. So 3, bricks that were laid to, towards your goals, to becoming who God created you to be. It's, moments of gratitude. It's just 3 things every day. And I record that in my seasonal living memory calendar. So if you're in the membership, or when you get into the membership, you'll see a video called Living Your Ideal Year. And so we talk about how I use that to plan all my goals, all of my big to-dos for the year, and the little to-dos, seasonal living, everything. So I just make sure I record like 3 core memories, and they're usually pretty much already in there just because I'm like, I use it for big picture planning. And so here I'm just coming in and just kind of remembering the week, and of course decorating it. And I think
something about decorating our lives makes us more grateful, and we get to live them twice. And just you get a perspective that I don't know. I don't think you get any other way without coming through and just seeing how you held each week. My oven is on, you guys, in the background, so apologies if if it's loud. Okay, and then Tuesday morning, I got some production files ready to go for their sample production files. So we are working on getting stickers out to you. And so first things first is to get the samples in so we can start like putting together some service level agreements, like what's the minimum order, what's the turnaround time, just all of the basics, like making sure we're on the same page with like pricing, all of that. So it's just seeing if the math is going to math. So those went off Tuesday morning. Super proud of getting that off my desk. And then Wednesday, I was honestly pretty tired. I had kind of a big week, or a big full days, Monday and Tuesday. So I just like really prepped for the live stream. We had our God and Glam live stream. We are reading the Screw Tape Letters this year for Lent. So C.S. Lewis' famous book, The Screw Tape Letters. So we went over letters 8 through 15. And then I just wanted to remember that my summer shorts, so I've been wearing the same shorts, so they're the same like short itself, but I have them in 3 different colors, and I've been wearing them every summer since 2021. So like the first time I put them on, like for the year, it's always like moment of truth, right? It's like, okay, how am I doing towards my goals? And they were nice and loose, and that made me super happy because I also have just been going heads down on health stuff. So to that end, I think the next thing I want to record is that on Saturday I was 3 weeks sugar-free and 1 week gluten-free. And now as I film this, I think I'm like 6 weeks or as you're seeing this, I'm like 6 weeks in a month, which is like really crazy. But as far as memory keeping goes, I think I'm gonna record those right here. So let's do it. Okay, so I just did 2 glitter basics because these always look like they are celebrating, and those are in stock in physical and digital, so you can get your glitter basics. So I did 3 weeks sugar-free, 1 week gluten-free, and I put a little cake here and a little celebrating banner, and those are from the memory dashboards, and these are available in physical. The other thing I did is I tried here we go, me pronouncing Japanese. I tried these pens, so I tried the hard tip Fudensuke Tombow pen instead of my standing OG Micron that I've been using, since the very beginning. And I do still like the Micron better. So next we'll try the hard tip, but that was a little experiment. And then I also started reading our book club pick, which was the Heiress for last month. So I'm going to grab the currently reading stickers. These are available in digital, and just probably use these, use the flowers since that matches, and just write the Heiress to mark that I started that. So here's the Heiress. We had so much fun reading and discussing this, and I would love to have you reading along with us in the clubhouse. So we have been reading a March thriller together since March of 2016. So it's just like a fun little tradition we've had. We have a lot of fun little traditions that just kind of like make the year feel special and just like mark time. And so this was really good. We all enjoyed it. This is our second book by Rachel Hawkins. We also read The Villa, which I thought was probably a little better, but both kind of serve the same vibes. So that is the Heiress. So I'm going to go ahead and put this sticker down. And then I was just listening to this book and making the like little March dashboard out of magazine clippings that I showed you in the last video. I still haven't finished it. I went to Barnes & Noble to get magazines and see what inspired me. And you guys, like, there were no magazines that I was like, I don't know, nothing was speaking to me. Nothing made me want to just like take it home and read it and cut it up and make a little art project. So if you have magazines that you love, let me know. In the past, I've really liked Bella Grace, but the images are like a little bit too big for that project. I also had Better Homes and Gardens this month. The person who lived here before She actually is deceased, and she had a subscription, and I've been getting her subscription for like several years now. So I've been reading it. Anyway, so that was interesting. My like long-term like dream, just because I grew up on InStyle magazine, those you remember InStyle, ugh, chef's kiss. I would love to have a Paper and Glam magazine where it's like we talk crafting and organizing and home decor, recipes, like everything. So I probably just need to like start blogging again. That's, you know, so many projects, so little time. Anyway, all right, so I kind of want to put like March Magazine dashboard here or something, maybe, but I don't have a ton of room. I could just write directly on the, directly on it like I did here. When I just like want to write a little more than I have room for, unless I'm using one of these bigger basics. So I don't know, maybe we'll leave it. We'll see. Okay, on this side of the house, we need a box sticker because we don't have any art on the left side here. So I'm just gonna choose this one, this little present sticker with the macarons. And then the other thing that I'm proud of that I did on Tuesday is I reset my craft room. So every year in January, I like to go through like basically all of my belongings, all of my books, all of my clothes, everything, and just like get rid of the things that just don't feel like the woman I want to be, or not, you know, books that I'm necessarily going to read because I've had them a super long time and still haven't read them. Anyway, so just do a big inventory and then I kind of set it aside and just make sure I'm give it a, I don't know, I call it seasoning, like let it season a little bit and then make sure I'm not getting rid of anything that I'm going to regret. So finally went through everything, kind of took like several hours and put back a few things and just like got rid of the rest. So that deserves a sticker and a little memory. Okay, and as usual, I totally changed my mind. I thought this was looking a little bulky next to this big box sticker. And if you haven't used Paper and Glam stickers before, they are on another level of anything that you've like seen or felt. And so they're very forgiving. I constantly rip them up, mainly because I can't, I changed my mind and I, for whatever reason, can't get them on straight when I'm filming. So, yeah, they're super forgiving if you make a mistake. As long as they haven't been in place for a long time, you can very easily just like give them a little tug and they'll come right up and they'll look good as new. So that is that. And again, these stickers that I'm using right now were in production almost 10 years ago and they still look like the day they came out. I am very type awesome if you are new. So everything like has to be at a certain level or like I just cannot let it leave in a hot pink envelope. So see, that looks better. It looks more balanced. All right, back to the task at hand. So I need a little sticker to say that I got my craft room in order. So maybe one of these little binder paper stickers from Glam Plans. There's a few of these in the shop, just like singles, and then the full set is available in digital. So we need a little something like maybe the bulletin, what is this called? Like the push pin. Something that says like, I organized. Let's see what we have on the, let's see, like a little icon. Let's see. What little icons do we have? I do have organized stickers we could use too. So I need to grab the signature binder because they're organized stickers that are, oh, see, we have organized right here. And there's also like full organized stickers. Let me show you. Okay, these are what I'm thinking of. How cute are these? I mean, adorable. So these are in stock, digital and physical. So I think just like one of these little boxes with organized underneath, just craft room will be perfect. Will be super cute. So we'll use those. Okay, guys, like how cute is that? I mean, stop. That's adorable. And so I also tried the soft tip. These two, if you missed the last video, these two come in a pack. They're like $5 on Amazon. They're in my Amazon storefront, which is linked below in the video. And I actually think I like using this soft tip pen more than I like the OG Micron. You guys, you know how infrequently I change my routines. I don't fix things that aren't broken. And that is super fun. So I'm going to start using this one going forward. And then I also wanted to show you guys, if you also need to do your own closet and like belonging reorganization. So I have closet stickers as well. Same thing, like how cute is that closet sticker? I mean, come on, that's adorable. And then organize. So you can kind of
if you want to go through the same process and just like commemorate it, this is like for just organizing your belongings, generic, your kitchen, whatever. And then this is specifically closet. So these are available in digital and physical. So lots and lots of stickers in the shop, and I'm excited to send them home to you as always. Okay. Oh, you guys, and I just put my binder right on top of that sticker and it didn't smear. So that was a good test because I totally forgot that was still wet. Okay, I wanted to find like a little, just like a little, I don't know, maybe a coffee sticker, something to go underneath that like craft room sticker I think would be super cute. All right, we're almost done with this layout. We just need some quotes, and that's gonna be a wrap. Let's see if I can get it on straight while I'm filming. Nope. It's tricky because I don't want to touch the writing either. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to use one of the Glamazon boxes here. So I don't know if you can see on the box it says Glamazon. So I'm going to put that next to the little boxes because I also had just like some big brown boxes in my craft room that needed to find a home. So, okay guys, first side of the week done. It's adorable. Okay, let's find some quotes. Okay, so I got my quotes. I did both this week and next week. It's kind of easier to do 2 weeks at a time in some ways, but you know, however the time works out, but it's always nice to be able to get my quotes done on one sheet of sticker paper. Okay, so the first quote I chose was from the Screw Tape Letters, since it was a Screw Tape Letter week, and it says, "In God's efforts to get permanent possession of a soul, he relies on the troughs more than the peaks. Some of his special favorites have gone through longer and deeper troughs than anyone else." And I just felt that. I always joke that I'm God's favorite, and obviously we're all God's favorite, but you know, sometimes I have quite long troughs and it's like, okay, God, I'm tired of rebuilding now and building and rebuilding. Anyway, so that was encouraging. And then I pulled another quote that says, "Active habits are strengthened by repetition. The more often one feels without acting, the less he will ever be able to act. And in the long run, the less he will be able to feel." And that's just a reminder that like when I get a creative impulse or I get like an intuition of what I need to be doing, it's like I need to act on that as soon as possible, because like the more we ignore those promptings of the Holy Spirit, the more used to ignoring them we get, and like the quieter the voice gets, at least in my opinion and my experience. And that seems to be what C.S. Lewis is communicating here. At least that's what I got out of it. So I'm going to cut both of these out. Oh, I didn't talk about for the next week. I pulled this quote from my devotional this year, which is a liturgical devotional called Rhythms of Faith that the sweet Julianne gave me for Christmas. She is reading it this year with me, and it goes through year A, which is the year we're in for the liturgical year. And so it says, "In Lent, we return to the fundamental realities of life, human need and divine mercy. If the fundamental temptation is not to see God as good, but as cruel, but not as generous, but as withholding, where do you see this temptation in your life? Of the triple temptation, pleasure, possessions, and pride, which feels most threatening to you?" And I pulled this quote because, you know, Lent can be and is for many a really heavy season. And that's because of the spiritual reality like playing out for us. And as you guys are seeing this, we have Easter on Sunday. And it's like, as soon as Easter hits, it's like, oh, you kind of feel like a collective exhale. It's like, okay, it's going to be okay. But during Lent, it can just feel like everything is falling apart. And that's part of why we do a Lent experience every year, because we want to acknowledge the spiritual realities in our midst. Otherwise, it's like, why is everything so crazy? But then if you remember the spiritual battle and you keep that top of mind, then it's just like, okay, I can get through this. Let me just make it to Easter and then I'm going to reassess. So that's what I always tell myself. Let me just make it to Easter and then I'm going to reassess. So anyway, let me cut these out and get them in my planner. All right, we got quotes down. I think I'm going to use this learning sticker for this week. Or maybe I'll use it over here because the purple kind of looks nice against the purple. So I'm going to use that just right above in this spot here. And then we just need another little header, I think, down below to make this feel finished. And then on this side, let's see what headers we have left. Let's see, we want to use like a this week. We have a green this week that would blend, or the pink that would blend, or we have like the bigger ones that come in the headers too. We have these guys as well. So maybe we'll use the little scallops if it's not too big. It fits nicely. Let's see, since it's our St. Patrick's week, well, I guess it's not St. Patrick's week, that's this week, but let's see, we'd have lots of green on this spread. Just move it up a little bit. Let's see, do we like that? It's not quite in line with this, and that's affecting my Type Awesome, so I have to rip it up. Thank goodness these stickers are made for Type Awesoming because I have to change my mind. Okay, maybe we use the bracket and that will fit like potentially a little bit better. Let's see. Yeah, that one fits a little better. I had a feeling that scallop was going to be just like a little bit too big. This one might be too. Let's see. Yeah, that's maybe a little better. It's still down too far. Okay, take 3, third time's the charm. Let's just do a straight header and not try to get fancy here. All right, much better. Okay, we have this week. We don't need one along the bottom, and then we need one on the bottom here. So we can use a grateful sticker. We could use glitter. Let's see, or we could just keep the design going. Let's do that. Or there's also just like solid purple to finish it off. Do we like that, or do we like solid purple? Let's see. Oh, maybe solid purple. Unless we think it's not carrying the space. If it's not carrying the space, we could, let's see. We could use a solid one of these too. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Oh, it got a little squirrely on me. There we go. All right, this guy can go in the book with finished layouts. That's always like, oh, getting the layout finished, putting it in, and being able to flip through the year. That's the goal. It already just like makes me so happy. I know we did it at the beginning of the video, and I just like keep flipping through. I keep wanting to flip through. Okay, let's finish the back half of this week. Okay, so Thursday morning, I updated the horizontal Glam planner so that it's undated. So if you are a horizontal girly and you want a planner that kind of has more of like a journal vibe to do your memory planning, that is, if it's not already out, it's coming very soon. So shout out to Tracy, who emailed and asked if I'd ever considering updating it to undated, similar to how I did the Glam Memories planner. And I was like, sure, absolutely. So that is out. And once it's out, I'll do like a little flip through of it so you guys can see what the horizontal looks like. It just looks exactly like it did in the old era. It's just undated. So Thursdays are my YouTube video day. So I film a video and then I get the previous video that I filmed the week before live. So I am just putting that down, and then I messed up the numbers and I had to find a creative solution. So I just used some of these date flags over the top of the numbers that I messed up, so I didn't have to scrap these basics. Okay, so now we have those up, and then I'm going to use the YouTube stickers, the Glam Vlog stickers, to decorate, and maybe some headers, maybe like some glitter headers, because I have lots of glitter headers. These are also in stock in the shop in digital and physical. So we got to do a little glitter somewhere else, so it's kind of spread out besides these 2 days. So we'll do some pink. Do some pink here. Oh, you know what though? I think the vlog stickers are pink. Yes, they are. So we probably don't want to do pink because that is not going to show up well. So we'll do purple and then we'll do blue or green. So just do that right on top of here. Give it a little sparkle, and then we'll do blue down here. And see if that picks up the blue in the date flag. I mean, the date flag is January blue, but I think it works. It picks up. All the colors are made to kind of flow into each other. So we'll use the camera up above here. I almost need to use tweezers. And then we'll use the YouTube logo down here. And then I left room for a little decorative header along the bottom, just like that. So it kind of has a little conversation going. So we'll use maybe the last of, these patterned headers. Okay, and then Friday we had the spring home tour go live, so I want to commemorate that. So I want to get the maybe the marquee stickers, and these are in stock in digital and physical. So not meetings, there we go, the marquee stickers. And then I finished watching Inventing Anna on Netflix, which was so good. Oh my gosh, it took me right back to 2017. I mean, like I had some of the clothes that they were wearing. They were wearing like Rails flannels and using like naked palettes. You guys remember the naked makeup palettes? I mean, it just totally took me back. It was a lot of fun to watch. So if you haven't seen Inventing Anna on Netflix, you should definitely watch it. And then we read a fictionalized book on it in February. So kind of completed the circle. So I think I'll just use 2 of these marquee stickers and maybe like the Glamflix remote down below, since one is a video and one is on Netflix. So one's Glamflix, one's Netflix. So let's get that down. Okay, I might be changing my mind on these pens in real time. So this is the Fudensuke Tombow pen, and this is the Micron here. So Micron and then Tombow. And I don't know, I kind of am liking the Tombow. I like both. I did smear the Tombow a tiny bit right here, so we'll either cover that or just let it go. I think we need a little candle for the spring home tour maybe. No, that guy's a little too bulky. What else can we use for a little spring sticker? We have spring is in the air, but it's not the first day, although we could cut that off. Let's see. We have a yay sticker. Although, you know what? I think that yay sticker might actually be cute elsewhere. I think that we could use this yay sticker over here. I think that would be really cute in this spot. I thought about putting it down, and then I realized I needed to put this other sticker down here first. So this was my plan, and then I totally forgot. Okay, that is so cute and looks very finished. Okay, so we need a spring sticker here and the little Glamflix remote here. So spring home tour, let's see. We could use a little like Barbie banner. That might be cute, might be a little busy. So we could use a little clover or a little Easter egg. What other options do we have? We also have a wreath, but that might be a little too bulky. We have coffee cup, little butterfly, although that's a little too purple. Okay, just did the little latte cup here, and then we need a Glamflix remote from Everyday Glam. So we need that just right here, I think. And then we just have, last but not least, we have Sunday. So Sunday was just like a meal plan, errands day.
And I did listen to a really good podcast. So Father Mike, who I watch every week on YouTube, he's on Ascension Presents. Or sorry, Ascension Presents is one channel, and then they also have Sundays with Ascension. And he mentioned this podcast with Tony Robbins and Theo Vaughn. And so I went back and found it. It's from January of 2024. And it was just so good. I'm so glad he recommended watching that. So I want to use the podcast stickers. And if you haven't seen these, I mean, how cute are these? These are in stock in physical and digital. If you order the physical version, they are gold foil, so they shimmer. I mean, they're beautiful. So I want to just write that here, and then I don't know, just maybe like my meal prep stickers here. You know when you hear just exactly what you need to hear at exactly the right time, and it just encourages you and lets you know you're on the right track? That was me in this podcast. I was just doing all my weekly meal plan or meal prep, plan and prep. So just making meals for Sunday and I for the week, and just feeling a little like blah, and then listen to that and I was like, all right, I'm good. So highly recommend that guy. Let's use pink. We haven't used any Paper and Glam pink, I should say. What do we want to use? Just regular pink. Decisions. So I like how these basics have little bars on them, so that way if you want to just put a little label, they go on right like that. And then we got to use a really cute microphone. So I need to put a little header here down below and then put the microphone on top. Just make it look really complete. You could also do it with the basics too, of course. So there's also like the little grateful sticker. Could put that. They also fit right here too. So I think we'll just keep rocking with the solids. So since we're gonna do maybe a pink microphone, what color microphone do we want to use? We've got all the colors to choose from. This will just make it match. Okay, we have another week in the books. So how cute did that podcast sticker come out? Like adorable. And then I just used the meal plan and meal prep stickers here. And these are in the shop in digital and physical. And I just layered the polka dots. I like how this basic's polka dots, this is polka dots. I just thought it was really fun. So here we have another week documented, and I think we will go ahead and cut it here, and we have kind of a head start on next week's documenting. All right, sisters, cheers to another week of memories in the books. I hope you had fun. I hope this inspired you to get your memory keeping practice just in a weekly workflow. And this is the last week to join the membership month to month. So it is April 2nd. Today was supposed to be the very last day, and it pretty much is, but I think I might leave it up through Easter, if you know what I mean. I thought it was just like not quite right to cut it before Easter, right? Because Easter is this celebration of new life and Christ's victory over death and the salvation we have in him and the hope that we have in him. So I just want to wish you guys a happy Easter as you're watching this. It is Holy Thursday when we commemorate the Last Supper, and I'm just grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for the new life that we're always promised in Christ and the victory that we're promised in him. So happy Easter, and I can't wait to see you in the clubhouse for a live stream, and I'll see you next Thursday. Thanks for hanging out with me.